social media platforms. This is Jambo Radio! www.jamboradio.co.uk. We are multilingual. We are conversational in the languages you best understand. We are Jambo Radio! Jambo Radio, inspiring transformation.
We active. Haha. We back. Yeah, it's your favorite duo. Yes, sir. Back on Made in Scotland. Yep. Got me, obviously, Simi. Got my boy Pac. Come on, bruh. So yeah, man, we back again with another episode today. We got the famous man himself. Dropped a brand new album. Yeah. The legend. The OG of all OGs. Yes, sir. Cheef Chebe in the house, folks. Make some noise. Yeah.
This is amazing, you know.
We gotta do it right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we gotta make you feel.
It's actually very nice because I've been watching the program on social media, Instagrams and all that, and I'm like, these guys, they're like an Antec is
crazy. We can do it.
The way you enjoy the tune, there's the natural flow.
Okay, we appreciate that.
Hey, they're making bank though.
They made bank. So yeah, that's a nice little duo though.
But yeah, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for it's always a pleasure to link up with what you guys are doing, and it's a pleasure, especially on this occasion, with what is happening about music.
For sure. But how are you doing anyway? How's your day been?
It's fine. It's you know, sometimes it cannot be fine. Sometimes. So even when it's not fine, it can still be fine. So in that case, I'm very, very fine. But I'm supposed to have actually been in Ghana by now.
Oh, okay.
But just due to some of the difficulties that are facing Africans these days, you know, I have my biometric card. I lost it before I went to Ghana.
Okay.
I couldn't come back when my time was due to come back. I had to pay quite a lot of money, hundreds of pounds, to get an emergency acceptance to come here.
Oh wow!
And you know, it's quite sad. And again, since I came, I've applied. You have to reapply. I mean, this is a card that the first time I was applying cost me hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Now it's lost. You would think it's automatic that they would just
give you another
card. You have to go and apply again. And these are just some of the changes that are constantly affecting Africans in the UK and Scotland and all over the world. That is increasingly unacceptable.
Yeah, no, it can be tough. I was saying to Simeon,
we were just having that conversation. We were just having a conversation similar about that.
Because my passport's still Congolese passport. And it's like, to go anywhere.
It's problematic.
Is this
anywhere you want to go? You know, it's as if they are inducing me to take a British passport, which I cannot also. I understand why many of us will take the British passport. It stops us from all these struggles. But I also think that some of us are. We are encouraged to be Ghanaians, to be Nigerians, to be Congolese. We add a cultural value to wherever we are without necessarily losing all of our identity.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, for sure. It's difficult, but that's these struggles a lot of the time is what makes the music richer.
Definitely.
Like these are this type of things
because it helps us to tell the stories.
Exactly.
You know, the more pain we go through, the more joy we can project on the other side.
Definitely.
Because that pain should not be repeated. Or cannot continue to repeat itself. So as artists, when we go through some of these challenges and difficult experiences, the natural response is to do a song that express the opposite feeling of what society sometimes how awful it is.
Yeah.
It's using the storytelling and the music to actually it's like Afrofuturism in a way. It's actually you are using the music to say, well, if all these hassles were not there, then life could be so beautiful that we can all share and enjoy.
Yeah.
I think the music helps us to fight that negative in a positive way.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Also, it's like it helps to like just tell a message, because like growing up Caribbean, like the biggest thing for us is Bob Marley, right? And like everywhere. Funnily enough, Bob Marley is actually a bigger star everywhere else in the world but Jamaica, which is really funny.
Really?
But like, yeah, like you go like Zimbabwe, Malawi, Kenya, bro.
He's one of the biggest
Bob
stars
Marley's
in the world.
like that guy. In Jamaica, he's still big to us, but like how we don't.
There's a lot more Bob Marleys with him.
No, it's not that. Like we just don't. I think Jamaicans, especially because he's coming from a Rastafarian culture, and how a lot of Jamaican values are really like Rastafarianism and Pan-Africanism. We don't really like the people we idolize. We don't really like immortalize our musicians like that. Like we don't make them superhuman. Like they're still human. Bob Marley was, people try to kill Bob Marley when he's in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're still human, but like they don't transcend that realm. It's just like you guys are vehicles for this message. So like we appreciate the message more than we appreciate the messenger. Yeah. And then when the messenger goes, it's when we're like, man, we kind of
that's right. It's the question. It's always the challenge that the messengers are never noticed in their own homeland. As the same with Nelson Mandela. Yeah. It was the rest of the world who started realizing that, you know, this is a global hero that's just been locked up. Obviously, throughout Africa there were protests, but it's not. I mean, we should have afterwards continue to celebrate Nelson Mandela as a saint in Africa. You know, that's the kind of impact he's had in our lives. Somebody who comes and see injustice and say that no, you know, even if it involves me dying for this injustice, it's worth going through that pain. And I think that, you know, it's not a coincidence that, you know, the whole of Africa, we don't have a single saint. We don't have because we don't celebrate our superheroes. You know, it's the rest of the world. When I go to schools and so I empathize with what you are saying about Bob Marley in Jamaica. So he's not really like a big superhero there.
Nah, but like for me, I like that's good for us, because I've seen like in the States they immortalize their heroes, and it's like when they fall heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jackson, his fall was crazy. Pac, Biggie, like they fall. Like when you have someone so high up, Drake, like everybody, like when they fall is so like the gulf is so, the drop is so steep and so instantaneous. While if you don't idolize someone like that and they're human, like the fall isn't as instantaneous. Like, oh, okay, cool, he messed up, alright, whatever, cool, bet, let's keep it pushing. So then like they can come back easier because they didn't drop off a huge golf. Figure. Yeah, they didn't really drop off a golf. Even Chris Brown with the whole Rihanna thing, like only now is Chris Brown starting to kind of get back up into, oh yeah, it's Chris Brown. It's like his drop was crazy, and my boy was like, even to this day, people are still like, oh, but you did that with Rihanna, bro. He was 19. Chris Brown's nearly like 30 now. Like, he's a grown man. So like, like I like that about our culture as Jamaicans. Like, our heroes, the people that we celebrate, are dead. Yeah. And it's like the impact that they had is why we celebrate them. So now Bob Marley's is celebrated a lot now. Yeah. Because of his impact. But when he was alive, he wasn't. Yeah,
that's right.
For me, like that's way better, because it's like when you're here, you had the opportunity to be human. Yeah. And you were just an extraordinary human. But then when you're dead, people really see the impact and the legacy.
I think that
now your legacy is bigger than if you were alive, which is good for me because
but
you're immortalized that way more.
So
than
my
being
main
immortalized
concern is not about whether the celebration is
Speak a bit.
sorry,
Yeah, but-
whether that celebration is done before or after. My main point is that as a continent, as a nation, as you know, my concern is Africa. I'm not necessarily so much interested in black people, or I'm interested in Africa. I'm an African. So what I'm saying is that we need to find the wisdom in our own heroes.
Yeah.
You know, because other people go out of their way. If you live in Britain, if you see the way they do memorials for Second World War, D-Day memorials, all these memorials, they will never forget the contributions others did in giving them the victory that the victorious life that they are living now. So it's yeah.
I think we're going back to the
we need a
yeah. But no, definitely, I definitely agree. It's like that term people say, give people their flowers
when they're alive. Yeah. 100%.
Like while someone's there, but it's always it's hard to think of someone's impact while they're there.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. Michael Jackson, he was a star, super crazy talent when he was alive.
Yeah.
You know, but even when he was there, like, I don't know if it's just human nature to not be able to appreciate someone else while they're living.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they want to be just as big. So it's like, yo, if I'm giving my energy to appreciate you so much, then I'm taking away energy from myself to be just as great. If that makes any sense.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. A lot of people in it. Like, you get the fans are gonna be like, my God.
Yeah.
There's people fainting like
fainting, bro.
Fainting, like losing consciousness.
Actually fainting, bro. People like I remember seeing a video where somebody tried to jump on this stage that was levitating up, and Michael had to hold it. Like,
that's crazy.
I'm like,
and just managed to do it before the total disaster.
Him,
you know,
I'm like, that for me is like, he was like the ultimate pop star. Yeah, like he was like. Yeah,
like he transcended music. Like Michael Jackson wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was
just like,
he was immortal before he died.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. He was immortalized before he died. But on that as well, so you've spoken about, you know, African culture.
Yeah,
you've spoken about your own experiences.
Yeah.
In the UK. So what drives your music? What's your influences? What's your vibe? What do you listen to? Who's Cheef Chebe? We want to know.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I'm just a bundle of happy energy, and I try to transcend or translate that in any. If I am in a supermarket, I'm there as a very happy man. No matter what difficulties I'm going through, inside my soul, I still have this amazing peace and tranquility. So if I am in a school and teaching children about African arts, or playing drums with them, or telling them stories, I try to eject that positive naturality and the natural energy of Africa. And then I use the instruments of the ancestors to constantly communicate that energy. So when I'm playing music, I do play music that makes me feel really happy. I don't play the music thinking that I want these people to be very happy with what I do. Of course, if what makes me feel happy can make other people feel happy, I'm actually much happier.
It's a byproduct.
It's a byproduct, but when I'm making the music, I know that that's my richness, and That's my greatest strength.
Okay.
So I am there full 100%, and whatever people hear in the end is just part of that greater joy of realizing that the pain is not something that we cannot deal with.
Yeah.
We can all deal with pain, especially in creative art. You can tell a story that can connect with other people. You can tell a story that make people laugh. You can tell a story that make people cry.
Yeah.
So all these emotions are what I try to express through my music, and that is what Trailer is about.
Okay. So Trailer being your latest creation.
Yeah.
Because a lot, like, I want to say album, but these days it's like the word album just feels a bit
like
loose.
yeah,
you know
that's
what I
right.
mean?
That's right.
Yeah, it feels loose, man. Like
Yeah.
people call their
Yeah.
mixtape that
Yeah,
album.
that's
like,
right. That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
I think it's a latest collection,
Arts.
latest EP, or whatever they used to describe it. But it's just for me. I don't play the music because I want to so much make other people laugh. I have to make myself laugh. There are so many things confronting our world, and I think that through music you can sometimes come close to actually touching some of them and communicating some of them the pain in a positive direction, which is rare. It's a rare thing in our world today.
Okay, and that's very true, and I agree with that as well. That's the way music should be seen. But on that as well,
Yeah.
of course you guys can see.
y'all can see.
You can't.
You know, we can't like.
You can't ignore that.
You know what I'm saying? We got
Another force, another star force has just entered. Like just calmly, just calmly, man. Just
low key, just
Yeah.
looking cool.
Yes,
I'm saying,
that's
bro.
how it is. You know, the stars,
bro.
they are less boastful about, you know,
Man,
we
just slide through,
you know,
boy.
they are very natural in their gifts,
Yeah,
with their
yeah,
gifts. So, yeah.
So this
Respect.
is DJ Shinski.
yeah.
Yes.
Having me, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through.
Nice one.
Are we all good with the mic?
Yeah, we
Yeah?
love. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool, yeah?
Yeah.
Everybody's
So
cool,
good.
yeah.
So yeah, like maybe same question with you. So we're just talking about influences and what inspires people's, artists' music. So for you, what would you say? What's your inspiration when you're making music? What are you making it for? Are you making it for yourself? You making it for the people, the homies,
Yeah.
for the girls? You know.
I think it depends on the mood, but for me personally is because for me music is therapy for me. So when I listen to music, either it makes me like, you know, very motivated or hyped, or, you know, just taking me out of let's say I'm feeling down, I just want to listen to some good music. It gets me on a different level.
Okay.
So that's why I like to when I make my mixes, I want people to feel the same way that I feel when it comes to music. So I make sure that whatever I'm playing or whatever I'm producing has some kind of emotion. It brings out some emotion in you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't think there's no point of listening to that music.
No.
Yeah, either can make you, you know, motivated or have a good time, or even
just make you feel something.
feel something. You gotta feel something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's how I view music for me.
Okay.
To lift up.
To lift up, uplifting. Yeah.
Yeah. To
Not-
inspire and to energize.
Energize.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I'm from Kenya. And
represent, big up.
yeah,
Kenya.
big up to all my Kenyans out there in East Africa. Yes. So we are going through some changes in Kenya in terms of politics.
Okay.
And we have our Gen Z, the young generation.
Yeah.
They're trying to change the I guess the government of the policies that has been oppressing us for a very long time.
Okay.
So they're out there protesting and demanding changes for the government. So what I've noticed is that a lot of people at that protest, they listen to music to motivate them, like, hey, inspire them, let's make a change.
Yeah.
So music brings that together with them so that they can actually go out there and do what they have to do to make changes.
Yeah.
So music is also a part of that.
It's a cultural movement.
Yeah,
it's part of the cultural movement.
Yes.
And you see the same thing with Beyonce approving her song for Camilla Harris.
Yeah.
It's again,
Freedom.
it's bringing music into the cultural movement and sometimes political change.
Yes.
Sometimes spiritual change.
Yeah.
It's galvanizing people and saying, look, you are going out risking your life on the streets, but we as artists, we are with you.
Exactly.
We are for you. We are there with you because it's the suffering that is going on is just far too much.
Yes.
And at the same time, you see a lot of people very, 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 very rich. They are so rich that they can then start even buying our votes, and they can buy our governments,
our lives.
They can buy our land.
Yes.
And so you need the artists, as my brother is saying, to constantly also be a positive catalyst for change, especially in the case of Africa.
That's true.
Yeah. And you always find that as well, like in every major movement, from the Black Lives Matter marches, there was music. Like, I remember, I think it was like Kendrick, alright, like, we gonna be alright.
Yeah,
that was
that was
popping off in the beat. And it was so that song specifically felt so important because it was talking about the issues that were going on at that time. But even those issues, they go back to NWA, F the police, you know.
100%.
That's right.
Which goes back to the civil rights movement, and they had their own back to
back to slavery.
That's right,
you know what I mean?
Water, Negro spirituals and all that.
It's all back to the same origin of
same
formal
source.
music.
Yeah, same.
That's the beginning of formalization of music.
Yeah.
Those people coming from Africa and the spirituals and chanting, even when they are going through so much pain, the music was always a form of spiritual communication, a higher communication, which no oppressor can undermine. Once you are feeling that cultural vibe, you are just you are raised as any of the other people that are suffering with,
And I liked what you said about like the feeling as well, because I feel like a lot of artists nowadays, it's more about the sound than the feeling.
Right.
Like the worst insult for me as an artist is if I show you my music and you say it's alright. Tell me you love it or tell me you hate it. Then tell me why.
Yes.
I love it because you done this, that was sick. I love that flow there because I'm a rapper. I love that flow there. I love the beat switch. Or nah, it's not really my vibe. Yeah. It's not a bad track, but it's not my vibe. You know, it's still making someone feel something as opposed to like, it's alright. Good job, you know. Damn, you might as well just tell me you hate it, man. I'd appreciate
that's why
it.
I tell people don't play me their music because I have the most straight face. Like I'll listen to it and my face will be like, alright, cool. Yeah. And then what that mean? I was like, alright, cool. What do you mean? I mean, it means alright, cool. Like,
bro, last time in the studio, we were sitting in the studio and I was recording, and while I was recording and playing it back afterwards, I'm just staring at this guy, trying to see if trying to see if he's gonna get a little nod or something. How am I doing?
Don't try.
Yeah. But sometimes
you eventually got a little nod, man.
Yeah.
No, but I tell everybody, like, if you in studio with me, especially because I'm an engineer. I engineer predominantly.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in the studio with me, don't look at me to get.
Yeah. Your job is to focus on.
I'm listening. What I'm listening for, I'm listening to how you delivering. Is what you delivering
being captured and
with what the music is doing, or you guys telling the same story? Because if you're not, then I'm gonna be like, nah, that's not it. Let's run it back. I need you to do this, and I need you to do more of this and this and that. But like, yeah, most of it, like don't look at me to gauge. Like, I'm the worst person, because you look at me and I'm like, and then you feel like, oh man, that was lit. And I'm listening, I'll be like, yo, that's crazy. I'm like, yo, that's what we want. You're like, and then you're like,
yeah.
a sigh of release. I'm like, don't look to me, bro. Like, I'm like, what I'm locked in listening for right now is not the reaction you need.
That's right.
So don't worry about that. Just
it's a balance.
perform.
It's a balance, because as a producer, you also have to take the artist with you to some extent, because the artist is somehow your baby as well, in a way that you are biased in the way you want the baby to behave, or you know what I mean. You are not that isolated.
As a true producer.
Yeah, that's right. No, but I also understand that I do understand. I mean, that's from the artist's perspective. But I do understand from the producer perspective that you want to sometimes isolate yourself from the emotions. Because you are doing a technical job, and you've got to make sure that the music, the person is doing what they are supposed to do.
And what I mean,
it's not even isolating myself from it, because like I don't. What it is I before, at one point when I used to listen to, when I started mixing and I first started listening to music, I couldn't enjoy music because I'm listening to it in such a technical way. My ears is being trained in such a technical way, I couldn't enjoy music. The better I got at my job, I started to enjoy music again. And as I enjoy music, when I work on music, because I have such a crazy audio encyclopedia of music, when I'm listening, I'm recording, I'm listening, and I'm gauging what you're doing against the stuff, like the playlist I put it in. So I know if you perform a song and like you sell the performance, whoever listens to it, they're gonna believe it because you sold the performance. So for me, it's like I'm listening to, am I believing what you're saying? Do you believe what you're saying, and am I believe what you're saying? Because then if you're not believing what you're saying, I'll listen and be like, yo, that's not it right there, we need this bit. And then every song I've produced, like, and I've been involved in heavily as a producer, vocal producer, like from top to end, it tells a story. So for me, it's like I'm always trying to get that story out of you, and if I'm working with you, I know you can deliver that story. It's just how do I articulate to you to deliver that story. But I don't try to.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean as a true producer. That's what someone should do. Like, it's
hard though. It's very hard because
it's difficult.
I mean, you work with so many different producers, and they all produce or provide. They produce different results. So it depends on how aligned you are as well with the producer, in them feeling what you are trying to communicate and how to capture it best. Because recently I had that experience. There was one song, I produced a song where I knew that that's not the best I can do to that song, but it sounded nice, and a lot of people here said it sounded nice. Then I tried somebody else, and then I went online and I tried somebody in Nigeria, and I got a completely different results. So I was now confused because because the last vibe, it gives me so much more than all the other two vibes, but the little thing it doesn't have, all the other two had it. So
is that similar for you, like as a DJ? As in the perspective of a DJ, because you're playing songs, sometimes they're yours but sometimes they're not, but you still need to build that story for the people to, like, there's a certain theme, let's say, like maybe it's Afrobeat or whatever, so you need to take them on that journey for them to enjoy the music. So what's that like from your perspective?
I mean, from my experience, I do love to play. When I play, I'm telling a story, so it's gonna has a beginning, a middle, and the end. And depending on how the story I want to tell. So when I'm DJing, I already know if I play this song, I already have 3 more songs in my back of my mind I'm gonna be playing after this. So, and then when I play it, I'm looking at the crowd and seeing how they're feeling it. Are they in the mood for that? And if they're in the mood, I take them to the next level for for a few minutes, then try to change the theme
Yeah.
and see how they react. So it's like a balance. Like I'm going back and forth with the crowd.
Yeah.
I know what direction I'm going, but also the crowd also tells me, hey, we're going with you.
Yeah.
Or we're not going with that with you.
no.
So you gotta change it up a little bit.
It's kind of like a dance.
Yeah, it's a dance.
It's a dialogue.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so dialogue's a dance. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. What does it say? Like when DJing is like it's like talking to a girl. For the first time, you're just getting yourself. You see that girl, she's attractive, and you wanna throw some game on it.
Yeah.
So you gotta do some, you gotta throw some game and see how she reacts, and then go from there. Like if she's liking this, you're like, oh yeah.
Okay.
If she's not, then you're like, okay, let me change it up and see until she be like, she's interested.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Yeah. So
Hey, young guys out there, if you ain't got no game,
Learn to DJ.
learn how to DJ. Yeah.
learn how to DJ. Get your game up. But that's a real analogy because you have to like almost read people.
Yes.
And even if someone's like in the party mood and you're playing a tune,
Yeah.
you can recognize they were going hard on this last track, then they're going harder than they're going on this track, even if they're still in the mood. So you need to be like, all right, cool, should I go back to that vibe for a little bit,
Right.
then change to this? Is it too early to start playing
Yeah.
the slow jams, like that guy's not really connected with that girl yet. Let me give her a bit of time.
Let me help him out.
Let them chat a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Play a little filler, and then when they're together, all right, cool.
I got you. Hit you like,
And at that point, it's not just one guy with that girl.
It's everyone. You know what I mean?
Everyone,
It's
exactly.
everyone. Then you're
everybody
like,
together now. It's like, we got it right now. We locked in,
And
For
once
sure.
you get everybody together, now you can go all out.
You can do what you want to do at that
Do what
point.
you wanna
Like,
do.
we locked in now, man.
Yeah,
Like,
locked in, yeah.
Let's go to the movie. I hear you.
that's sick. That's sick.
Exactly.
So, in terms of music and what you're currently working on, so I'll go back to you, Chebe. So you've just released on streaming. There's only 2 tracks out right now.
Yeah. Well,
So are you releasing them individually or?
no, the whole trailer EP is coming out on the 2nd of August.
Okay.
And so it will be a digital release on the 2nd of August. So it will be on Spotify.
Okay, so these are just singles, right?
Yeah, these are just singles that you can actually listen to on Bandcamp.
Okay, so they gotta buy it.
Yeah, that's right. But
nice.
you see,
that's where we got it
the
from.
thing about Bandcamp is that it helps the musicians actually to raise money for themselves. So because if people buy from Bandcamp, the money comes to me directly or to the musician directly.
Yeah.
Whereas if you are going through some of the streaming
0.000,
it's just trying to get popularity through them or to get listeners, get followers.
Yeah.
But the little revenue musicians can actually make these days is on platforms like Bandcamp, where any purchase on that music actually go to the artist. But the whole release is coming on the 2nd of August, and I'm very, 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 as you can tell, I am over the moon. Because it's hard work, trying to conceptualize and trying to put all the ingredients together, recording across Glasgow, Edinburgh, Accra, Kumasi in Ghana. So you're picking up a lot of energies from across continents and putting it together and doing it with very little resources. And this is one of the challenges facing African musicians and African creative artists in Scotland, that we need to have dedicated platforms like this program, for example, that seeks to highlight the positive achievements of the African community and their creative art. Whether it's
diaspora,
highlighting our DJs, the work that they do. If you go to all the Scottish festivals, if you go to all the British music festivals, you see that African music is the main focus. So, but our artists are not making a lot of money from it. The people that are making money are not Africans or Africans in the diaspora. So, we need dedicated platforms like this. I've also set up Savannah Nation Music, and is to release the company releasing my work, but I also want to work with every musician or every artist to collaborate because together our voice can be heard.
Yeah.
If we are individuals, sometimes it's much harder, but when we meet, if it means that if I have a program, I know that I have a brother from Kenya who can do this work. So if somebody's looking for a DJ, I know 5 DJs that are African that can provide an excellent job. We cannot have that knowledge if we are all just functioning on our own as individuals.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. It's something that you say a lot.
Yo, you know where I sit on this, bro. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, man.
Yeah.
You know where I sit on this, bro. Like I've been saying this
It's very important.
forever, so I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, man. Like
Yeah, we've got to come together because Africa is already united spiritually.
Yeah.
The problem is politically we've been set in such a way that we were always supposed to fail. But through the art, that spiritual unity can elevate us to, and you've seen that Afro music, Davido and Wicked and all those guys, they are already bringing a different. When I came here, if you say Nigeria, people will think it's about 419 or. But now, no. But
you say that to me, I don't think that. I ain't gonna lie.
But the truth is that now I go and ask my neighbors. I say, see the music your children are playing. Do you know where it come from?
No wahala.
It's from Nigeria.
Exactly.
So
wahala.
the point is that if they can do it from Nigeria, why can't we in Scotland do even better? We have better machines here. We have the international experience. So I am very excited when I see that there is any form of collaborative effort to raise our platform so that we can also start to get the cream from the mainstream audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I agree with you.
There was actually an artist that was on here a few episodes ago called Shagun. It's one of my friends as well. He's from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And just to pick up on the point of you're saying, why can artists here not do better than artists, let's say in Nigeria? He raised a good point to me and said, like, you know why people back in Nigeria, for example, are doing so hard? Because if you're thinking about what you need to eat the next day or the next week, survival, you're gonna go harder on the mic. You're gonna do a lot more. So it's that kind of like.
So you think we are suffering from overcomfort?
100%. Yeah. No, 100%.
No, we are too comfortable.
No, 100%.
We're too comfortable.
100%, because I feel like
not everyone.
Yeah,
but
no, it's true. It's true.
But like in London, it's like as much as everyone collaborates, it's kind of a. So I have multiple engineers I work with, and they're my brothers, and I love them. Yeah. But like if my boy gets a mix and I don't get the mix, I'm tight. But I'm not tight in a way like, man, what the hell? I'm a better mixer than him. I'm tight. It's like, yo, we both nice with it. Yeah. And I know you're gonna kill it, but like sometimes I know I was gonna kill that mix. Yeah. So it's like with us, we have a iron sharpen iron mentality in London, like where it's like we want to go against each other because we're gonna bring the best out of each other. Over here, I don't feel like everyone's trying to sharpen each other's iron like that. It's like, oh, I'm trying to do me, and then when I get up, then maybe I'm gonna bring you up. But it's like, you're the pair. How you gonna get up, and the people who you should be sharpening yourself against to get up, you don't even want to sharpen yourself with them. So it's like, how you gonna get up? Like really?
It's a few artists, because bro, if I see someone get the show I should have got, I'm like, bro, I would have killed that show.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah, but that's that iron sharpened iron mentality, and like. That's what that overcomfort is, because if you're in like Jamaica or if you're in Nigeria, like you're sharpening yourself because you're like, rotted. That man just got the show, and I know this brother. Me and him roll together now. He's got the show. Yeah. Okay, now I need to, every time we're in the studio together, I have to go hard. It's like if he's getting the show, and I know I'm his sparring mate. Yeah. I know I'm nice like that. So I should get the next show. So it's like that scarcity is like, yo, I need to eat. It's like when you put like two alphas, like they're gonna go at each other to be like, yo, who's the best of the best? But like if you have healthy competition, your growth grows exponentially, and I feel like in Scotland, some people may think that they're better than they are, and they don't want to like sharpen their iron against someone else.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like if I don't sharpen my iron, then it's like what's happen? Like a sword that you don't sharpen just gets dull as hell. And then when you try to use that, it's just it breaks. That's it.
Yeah,
Game over.
We need to use the competition positively. You know, if I'm
Healthy.
competing with you for the same job, it's because we want to bring the best out of my
100%.
job, rather than because I want to get it and be somebody and you don't have to be anybody.
Like I'm better than you,
which is quite silly, you know.
Is that the same for you? Like, do you feel the same way? Like when you're, for example, you see someone play a festival that you're like, yo, I should have done that.
You
man.
know that if you got that festival, I'm killing this.
The crowd would have been jumping even more. Like when you're watching it back on Instagram, you're like,
man, I'm killing this, brother.
Oh, for sure. There's that. You just watch other DJs like get into spaces where you're like, man, I want to be there too.
Yeah.
So for me, I just look at it like, if he can do it or she can do it, man,
so can I, man. Easy, light work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is the positive side.
Yeah.
If they can do it,
yeah,
I just have to work on my art and improve it,
Exactly.
and keep getting better.
yeah.
And I think also once you get there, also you as an individual or an artist or a DJ, like you inspire other people you don't know. Like people watching everything that you're doing.
100%.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, this guy just made it out there. Okay, maybe I can do it.
Yeah.
So
I got next. Like
I got next.
next mentality. Like I got next. Yeah.
So I think as artists, producers, and it's a duty for us to just continue doing our best and putting it out there, so that other people can see. Because who knows, someone can see what you're doing and can be the next Michael Jackson or something.
Yeah,
like you never know.
Just
Because of what you did.
That's it.
Especially with so much opportunity for collaboration now. I think collaborative efforts now, whatever way it is, in your chosen art, it's another way of elevating because all of us have limits. But sometimes just working with somebody different on a project can bring even some strength that you have,
Bring something out of
that you never even previously were aware of.
I have a question though. So as far as what you're saying about the diaspora artists or even DJs or producers, how comes, let's say, they're not really as, what's the word I'm looking for, as popular as the artists from Nigeria or from Africa? So I'm very curious, is it the environment that
talk about it?
Is it the environment?
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
I'm always curious because I read a story, I don't know if it's true, about Davido. Like, of course, he used to stay in Atlanta back in the day, and then he wanted to pursue music. So I think he moved to Nigeria for a little while. Yeah. Then that's how he actually started.
That's how he popped up. Yeah.
Versus if he had stayed in Atlanta, I don't know if it's going to be the same Davido that we know.
I don't think it would be.
That's
what I'm curious. Like,
the question is very valid.
Is it the environment?
Is it the environment? I produced music recently in Ghana, and I just finally came to the conclusion that the music, feel of music in Africa is definitely, the environment helps. Say, for example, if you have an idea and it's very good, there are people that will want that idea to positively come into fruition. Here in Scotland, if I have an idea for the song, my guys, maybe sometimes I can find some musicians we play, they know it, they love it, but they don't have time. Everybody's busy on their own project. Everybody's independent. Whereas, like you were mentioning, the struggle factor, people are already hustling. So if you bring a little project and say that, let's work on this, people give you 100%. As me, as an artist, I find 100% very difficult to get here.
Yeah.
I don't know whether sometimes it's just lack of understanding of our music and how randomly it can be sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Even on the back of that, so
Yeah.
just before you go, because I know you got.
You're ready.
He's ready.
He was formulating.
Yeah,
boy,
go.
hat. But just off the back of what you were saying, I was
Yeah.
thinking about it. So it depends on genre. If you're making Afrobeats in Scotland,
Yeah.
how are you gonna compete with someone making Afrobeats in the motherland?
Yeah.
In where it originates, you know, like Afrobeat is like all music. It's more than music. It's the experience.
Yeah, it's the feel.
So when you're in the place where you're talking about these type of things, then the influence is different. Like me sitting here and having to go to my 9-to-5 job and think about that for a bit, then I'm thinking about, you know, doing these type of shows,
we don't
you know.
have time, you know.
It's not even that we don't have time. It's
Yeah.
like, for me, I'm 100% music.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But in the back of my mind, I'm like, even if this thing doesn't work,
Yeah.
there's other avenues.
Yeah.
Back there, they're like, yo, this has got to work.
Yeah.
This has got to work.
Yeah.
Even though for a lot of us, it's still like, yo,
Yeah.
this has got to work.
Yeah.
You know, just because you have your mentality. So not to say that you can't make Afrobeats out of Scotland or out of London or out of the UK.
Yeah.
It's just having that mentality. And I feel like people there, like, that's all they know. It's like, yo, I need to put every second that I can into this craft, you know. Whereas we don't have that luxury, because some seconds you're at work, some dealing with this babes, that babe, that thing, you know what I mean?
True.
But yeah, what's your take on it?
Like everybody just looked at me like, you nasty now.
We know you are holding to.
I feel like it's a bit of both of what y'all said, but also I feel like people are willing to let crackheads outwork them. You know what I'm saying? Like, a crackhead never gets up thinking, but you know, like, so a crackhead never gets up thinking, how I'm gonna get cracked. They know they're gonna get cracked today.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So like, there's people that work 2-3 jobs, or 2 jobs to put into their music, and it's like, when you hear the music, like, bro, you actually work 2 more jobs. It's because for them, it's like the jobs they're doing, their goal is music. Music is the primary focus. The job they're doing is the secondary focus. So they can leave. That's why even people that start like a business when they're working, their business is their main focus. It's just the work they're doing that is feeding their focus. I think what I've found up here since I've been in Scotland is like, I think a lot of people don't see music as an actual viable thing to do. So for them, the work they're doing is the primary, and music is the secondary or the tertiary.
It's a hobby sometimes.
Yeah, because it's for me. Them, it's like, man, I'm not gonna really make nothing real out of this. So yeah, this is a hobby. I just do it when I have the chance to. Woo, woo, woo. I make something nice. It's nice. All right, whatever. That's it. Like, there's not many people that's like, what they're doing is the auxiliary to fund the primary.
Yeah.
And when that doesn't happen, you find that the primary suffers. So like when they're in
So
Africa,
there is a degree of laziness also, isn't it?
it's not a degree of laziness. If you don't think,
Yeah, because look, we said that in Nigeria it's so much hard to get opportunity, and yet when they have opportunity, they make the most out of it.
yeah, but for them, they believe music, they can make this. They
No,
can
but it's the
make
same
it of
people.
music.
It's the same Himam. It's the same Nigerian who is.
No, but if you believe you can make it of something,
Yeah.
you know you're gonna make it. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like, you know, okay, you're gonna put the effort in because you believe that this can work.
Yeah.
If you don't believe it can work, you're not gonna. If you don't believe it can work, you're not gonna
Put the maximum.
You're not gonna put the maximum effort. You're not gonna
I
give
wouldn't
it the
say
same.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's laziness.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's not laziness.
No, no,
I would
that-
say it's ease. So if you put it in the sense where, like, for any of us to go to the studio,
Yeah.
yo, it's a quick go to the studio. We can go to the studio right now.
Oh, 100%.
For a lot of people in the trenches, you got to go through this, that, X, Y, and Z. work for 40 hours just to be able to afford studio. So when you're there, you're like, yo,
this is gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Opportunity.
That's what I'm saying.
I can go.
That's what I'm saying.
Studio 5 times a day.
It's not a lazy thing.
No, but to me, the opportunity here, as we identified earlier, is much greater in terms of
It is.
equipment, technology.
Yeah, but if I don't,
you have a job. Whereas in Nigeria you don't have a, or in Ghana you don't have a job.
Yeah.
But you are serious about what you are looking for. So when you come and get the opportunity, you make something out of it. The same musician. I will tell you why I say to some extent we are lazy. Because if we are not lazy, whatever you want to do, you can achieve it. You know, so but sometimes it's like a passive, you know, I'm not sure, blah 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 blah. I think the lack of role models is also a big problem.
Yes.
When you are talking about London, there will be people that you know that they've been successful.
Yeah.
So you can actually identify with that success.
Yeah.
In Scotland, it's quite a different case. We have a whole of Scotland where we don't have one African serious artist that is part of the mainstream. So as somebody like me who has been trying to get myself to mainstream, if there were other people that I could say, associate with and say, oh, I want to be like this or above this, but there's lack of that role model. And it's like every one of us is starting from the beginning.
Yeah, but that's saying what I'm saying. It's just differently. It's like it's not a lazy thing. It's literally, if you don't believe you can do it, you're not gonna give it all your effort. Like for me,
but the lack of belief is laziness also.
No. Because once I knew that music was what I was gonna do. Yeah. Anything I've done outside of music is to do music. Yeah. Right now, what I do as my 9 to 5, I have a studio. I'm in my studio. After we finish here, I'm going back to studio. Yeah. Music is my thing. Music is what I do.
Because you are dedicated and you work hard on it.
No, but that's
it's
also
hard. It's hard working. It's not because
but that's also because I believe I'm gonna do. Like I've been successful in music, so because I believe that I've been successful and I've done it before, I can do it.
Of
you know
course.
What I'm saying? If I grew up in a situation where like I'm looking around and I believe that, oh man, I can't do this, but it's a hobby, then I'm gonna take it as a hobby. A lot of people up in Scotland, for me, they take it as a hobby because what they see is everyone else doing it as a hobby. They don't really see anybody like super dedicated like that. Like,
and it's individual as well, because like you can take anyone in this room, and this is the first time I've met you. Yeah. But just from listening to how you're talking, you can take any of us, put us in that same environment, and we'll still want it. Yeah, we'll still hustle for it. Yeah. So it is very individual, but I think it's like it's when you look at a kind of broader, the big. And like I said as well, it depends on genre, because if someone's in Nigeria trying to make techno music, which Scotland is really good on, you know,
man. He may make it out the hood.
It could work, but it's the same way, like back. But so just to maybe throw it out there, throw it back to you. Yeah. Pause. Anyway.
Hey yo.
Hey chill.
Lightning.
Hey chill. Bye for that.
I know we in Scotland, but hey man, chill, baby.
Hey. You slip up. But so you're based out in the States, right?
Yeah, Texas.
He is Southern boy.
So that's like one of the homes of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they do country out there though.
Yeah, but it's still the home of country, you know what I mean?
So, but country.
So what's country? So what's the landscape there for the type of music that you make, and just like making it out? Like, is it lots of competition? Is it saturated? Is it?
Houston, I think right now it's slowly becoming like another Atlanta. Like we have a lot of artists from coming out from Houston, like examples like Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion. We got some more artists coming out from Houston and making big waves. So it's as far as like the landscape about music, I think it's getting more diverse, especially in Houston and Dallas, Texas. But Texas is so huge. There's other places where they play like country. They don't have all this, but Houston primarily, I think we have one of the largest populations of Nigerians. outside
Where they go?
outside UK.
Okay.
They're everywhere though.
Nah,
They're
bro.
everywhere.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though.
Yeah.
American Nigerian
Yeah.
women,
Yeah.
they don't look like Nigerian women, brother. Am I lying? Am I lying? Okay.
I haven't been in Nigeria, so I don't know.
But what do
yeah,
American one look like?
Americans look good. though.
Okay.
Is this
Telling
your
you,
first time in Scotland?
First time in Scotland.
Wow.
yeah.
Welcome.
Hey,
Welcome.
yo.
We should have got like the
Hey, brother.
like bagpipes like Snoop Dogg. You see when Snoop Dogg
The
came?
backpack thing, yeah.
There was
that'd
like
be cool.
bagpipes
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
airport playing for him. And
Uncle
that.
Snoop
So,
been doing like
Are
side
you
quests.
here for
Yeah.
some time or?
Yeah,
Got a show
so
tonight.
Yeah.
I got a
Show
show
tonight,
tonight.
yeah?
All right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna be at 142B.
Yes.
142B. Where's that?
Yeah. It's around the corner.
Yeah.
I'm on Shinski's guest list.
All
Oh
right.
yes, for sure. Everybody.
Say that. Yes, sir. Oh, that's hey, bro. Come on, man. Hey, man. You believe
Yeah,
you got
come
it.
on,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
It's gonna be fun. Just playing all kinds of music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely sliding through tonight, man.
Yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
it's gonna be open from 9 p.m. all the way to 3 a.m. So
Yeah.
hey, it's lit.
Then tomorrow I'm gonna be in London.
Okay, you going
Yeah.
to my city?
Yes.
Yeah, you gonna like it down there. I promise you. I promise you gonna like it down there.
Oh, nice.
Music and everything's nice down there. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, we've come to the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
I gotta say later. But before we go, we gonna play Cheef Chebe's single that's coming off. That's coming off his new album. And remember tonight, we at 142B Lounge.
Yeah.
9 to 3. You better pull up, man. It's gonna be nice. Boy Shinski gonna play some crazy tunes. So yeah, we gonna sound this out with Cheef Chebe's new single.
Allow me to just leave my socials before I go.
Oh yeah. Put all of that out there. Let them know where to find you.
That's right. Once again, my name is DJ Shinski. They call me Mr. Vibes on Vibes because the vibes continue to be vibing. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can follow me on my Instagram at DJ Shinski, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok at DJ Shinski,
Yes.
and make sure you subscribe on my channel on YouTube. I got over 1.5 million subscribers there.
Hey yo, and all them 1.5, all 1.5, you gotta slide through us, alright? All 1.5, you jump over to us, man. Hey, we got something over here, but 1.5, hey,
Yeah.
we need
Yeah, that's
10%
good.
of
That's
that.
good. That's good. That's
10%
good.
of that come to this side. I promise you.
that's
So is that yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How can we
it's,
find you? Where can we find you?
So I'm Cheef Chebe, and you can get me on Instagram. You can get me on TikTok.
What's your handles?
And the handle is Cheef Chebe. It's CHEEF, and Chebe is CHEBE. So anywhere on social media, if you use these handles, you'll probably be able to get to us. Respect for. It's been
Pleasure.
wonderful, actually.
Yeah. Thank you guys for
I
coming.
told you, man, we keep it real over here.
Yes,
Hey yo,
sir.
Cheef, one thing before we go, right?
Yeah.
I came in with you. Well, we was in the elevator together, my
Yeah.
boy, and you had the instrument that looked like a xylophone.
Yeah.
What is it, my man?
It's called Jangsi, and Jangsi is a traditional balafon, and so in West Africa, nearly every village has got their own version. Not so much now because of religion and all of these things are stopped because we use them as spiritual instruments.
Okay.
So I use it to compose a lot of my music.
Okay.
I've actually seen you play live.
Yeah, you see me play live as well. So it's quite nice because the thing is, being different is to be positive. We can bring our positive difference into the world, and I think that's a huge contribution to the world.
Yes.
Perfect.
Whatever difference.
Man,
That's
no,
a
it's not.
nice way
Appreciate
to
that.
end
Thank
it.
you. And that's how we gonna end it, folks. That's us. Hey yo, next week, same time, same place. Your boy's gonna be here.
Oh, quick plug for the.
Oh yeah. Next on the 3rd,
Very quick.
there's a show happening. We're gonna do a post on the IG. Follow and you can win some free tickets. Yeah, that's us. All right, folks, y'all gonna see me tonight shaking a leg. You know where I'm gonna be at? 142B Lounge.
That's
it.
right.
Yes, sir. All right, man.
Yeah.
Be easy, folks. Later.
Respect.
You are listening to Jambo Radio across Scotland. This is Jambo Radio News.